That's what happens when you have an analog delay, you see.
Analog delay. Welcome to Guitar Paradiso on Andertons TV. I am Pete.
I am Mick, and if Pete looks like he's in pain, he is. He's got a bad back.
Yeah, I've got a bad back. It's the age. 25 is... It's 26 coming up quick.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you're that age.
What it is too much bending over pressing pedals.
Hello.
Yeah. Nobody mentioned bending over. Right, no. What have we got here? We've got 4 new pedals from Boss.
Oh, relatively new.
Yes, relatively new.
One is new.
Yeah, which is the new one?
The Vibrato. The Vibrato is the new one, and the other 3 has been on the market for a little while.
So DM2-W, VB2-W, SD1-W, and BD2-W. What does W stand for, Peter?
WAZA. WAZA. WAZA craft.
And what does WAZA mean?
Well, that means technology and art, or art and technology, sort of loosely based on the Japanese term of that.
Yes. So, as we know, Boss makes a lot of compact pedals. The last time I was working in any sort of environment where they told me a number, they just made their 8 millionth or something crazy.
It was my first pedal, the Vibrato, Vibrato. You say vibrato?
Vibrato.
Vibrato. My first pedal was that pedal when I was 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And I, sold it, of course, at some point, and now they've brought it back out again. But I've had all of these. It's just.
And what you'll notice about Boss pedals over the years is they've always been about the same price. So when I was about 6 and I bought my first
SD1 probably.
SD1, yeah, which I did.
Yeah.
Fender Twin, 2 SD1s.
Yeah.
They were about, 59 quid or whatever they were.
I think it's 40 quid now, isn't it? 39.99. 39.99.
So the point being, Boss was probably still is the boss in compact pedals.
Probably.
But then the boutique market happened.
Yeah.
And lots of small companies started making pedals that they called boutique, using very high quality components, all the rest of it. They became very expensive. So without actually saying so, because Boss has never and would never use the word boutique, I don't think.
No, there wasn't the need for it in the beginning, was there?
WAZA Craft is the top end of the Boss line. So redesigned circuits, the highest possible grade components, inspected in Japan.
Yeah, but just the amount of details they've put into these pedals.
Yeah.
To not make them as they were, because just make them better as well.
Yeah.
Which is the point of these pedals here.
Yeah, supposedly so. So gone in and looked at the circuits, redesigned the circuits where they needed to be done. However, each one of these pedals contains the essence of the original, to wit.
Exactly.
Each one has 2 modes, S for standard and C for custom. So in S standard mode, you can expect pretty much what you would have got from an original BD2, SD1, VB2, DM2.
Yeah.
Custom, the C mode, adds extra features, as we'll come on to explain.
Shall we start?
Let's start with the Blues Drive. So Blues Drive is interesting because it's kind of a modern classic. It's not as certainly doesn't go back as far as a Super Overdrive, and it's liked by a lot of people who just want a fairly transparent sounding overdrive.
Transparent.
I know, it's that word.
It's that word, isn't it?
Doesn't colour the tone too much.
No.
Responds well to rolling your volume back. and lots of people use it for that very thing. Shall we have a listen?
Yes, let's do it. So we are on level taken down a bit, and everything the other stuff in 12. We are on standard mode. So your tone, you got a Strat, you're going into the Fender.
Let's see what that sounds like.
Yeah. Okay, and we're...
Before we move on, just compare that with the SD one. So as I was saying,
great tone, isn't it?
As I was saying, doesn't add like a huge mid hump or anything, just gives you a bit more.
Yeah.
So if we compare that with the SD one, loads more mid-range hump in that.
Yeah.
So if we go back onto the bridge pickup.
Definitely much more transparent, as you know, that is the word to use, isn't it?
Kind of a weedy-ish sounding bridge pickup. Let's have a listen to that.
Okay.
So do exactly the same thing.
Where are we? We're here.
So straight away there you can see that the classic voices of the Blues Driver and a Super Overdrive quite different. Super Overdrive much more mid-humped.
Yep.
Blues Driver kind of less mid-humped, and that's why a lot of guys like to use them, roll off their volume, get slightly more clean tones with them. What about the custom mode then?
Custom mode, let's just check the two modes. So standard mode, let's leave the settings that they are, and you play something. I'll put this on, and then we'll see the difference. Oh, go back over to B. B, that's B. Adds like a thickness to it, doesn't it?
A bit more thick,
yeah.
A bit more gain. Not entirely unlike Keeley's BD2 mod.
The mod,
actually,
because you got one of those, have you?
Yeah. So it's not like that. Could you put the gain up and let's see what difference it makes it.
Standard mode and gain up. Okay, yeah. Three.
Hear straight away the difference between the single coils and the humbuckers, how much it's kind of lower mid kick that's putting in. So I'm going to make a prediction that mode will sound better into that amp, because this amp doesn't have much in the way of lower mids compared to that one.
Exactly. Yeah.
So can we have a quick listen to that? Just go over to the Marshall.
Do you want to go first clean sound?
So what you've been hearing so far is a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe Custom Edition, and this is a JCM 800 into a 412 cab. So.
Wow.
I was kind of wrong in my prediction. It seems to put in a big hump exactly where the Marshall's got it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's have a listen to Super Overdrive.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
So same, bit more gain, bit more kick.
Yeah, it's like a bit more, isn't it?
Yeah.
More is more, somebody said.
Yeah, lots of guys have used super overdrives into Marshalls, definitely.
Yeah, but it's a classic pedal, and it's a classic JCM 800 rig, so, you know, for that rock sound.
Yeah.
Just push it up a little bit in a solo.
So there we go.
2 classic overdrives.
Yeah, and the custom modes adding that extra bit of gain and a bit of bottom end.
Yeah, like a mod. It's a mod that it's the mod that they've put on it. You know, so like a hot rod is sort of a mod, which like Keeley has done the same thing. You know, and other people probably have done modded these pedals, and that's what they've now done. But these are the people who've made the pedals, who know them better than anything. You know what I mean? So that's why this mod is great, to get it in them from WAZA.
And of course, what's ace to do with overdrive pedals always is bang one into the other. So play something tasty through the Fender, Pete.
Okay, so we go back.
And what this does is it makes this guitar feedback really, really beautifully. Okay. Bridge pickup, man. Bridge pickup. Hold me a note around sort of. Try with this.
Where am I? I really like this. I really like the Blues Driver. I always have, actually.
Yeah, well, that's why they're so popular, I guess. But just a quick aside on why stacking 2 overdrive pedals together is a very, very cool thing to do.
Always, or 3 for that matter. Even crazier.
Well, yeah. Shall we wobble?
So let's wobble, baby. Wobble, wobble, wobble. And this has got some really cool features here, hasn't it? Because there's 3 settings. So you've got rate, depth, and rise time.
Rise time is presumably how long it takes up to get up to speed.
Yeah.
Should we just try that? So here's the minimum rise time. We'll set the rate high, the depth high, so you can hear. So here we go.
Hang on, let me turn it all the way up.
I think it's from when you turn the when you turn it on.
Oh, when you turn it on. That was the other point I wanted to go to. That latch, when it's on latch mode here, it comes in smoothly. When it's on the bypass mode, it kicks in immediately. If it's in unlatch,
we'll do unlatch in a minute. But so bypass. What you'll hear is we'll put it in bypass mode and we'll go from non-affected straight into the full vibrato.
Yeah.
Now, if we put it on latch mode, it makes it non-true bypass. And now hear how it comes in. Should have been slower in, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so on the latch mode, which is not true bypass, so there's a buffer involved there, it will ease into the effect.
Yeah.
On bypass mode, it's just like...
Straight in.
Straight in.
Let's go for it.
As you were asking, Pete, what does unlatch do?
Yeah.
Well, that's...
Yay! So if you hold it with your foot and you go, then it stops.
Doesn't spill over though. Doesn't.
No, it doesn't spill over to the.
It releases.
It just stops immediately.
Yeah.
Where the latch mode kind of. Does that spill over? Let me have a listen. So try again. No. Okay. Well, these are good things to know.
So custom mode is more.
That's a
lot of vibrato.
That's a lot of vibrato, isn't it?
And I mean, let's get.
But that's extreme.
Let's get back down to sort of more sensible. Vibrato levels.
Just sounds lovely, doesn't it? Pretty damn lovely.
Pretty cool sound.
Just sweet as. And I think this is the pedal that people, because this is still very new, so people haven't I don't think there's, it hasn't been out there so long. So that's really sweet.
And the other new thing about it is that you can have real-time control with an expression pedal.
Yes, which is really cool. Great pedal. Try it out. It's really, really cool.
It is very cool, actually. Funnily enough, in my other life, I was with Stephen Wilson this week. Great prog musician, progressive rock. He's kind of the king of that world.
Yeah.
And on his basic clean sound, one of his basic clean sounds, he's pretty much always got vibrato on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just kind of just to give it a little bit of undulation.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, back to the tremolo discussion. Another massive name drop here. Last time I was talking to Joe Bonamassa, he was telling me in one of his big amp rigs, he has one of his amps always running with a little bit of tremolo.
I would like to get in a sort of a stereo effect, or kind of just to make a little
some width.
So
the point of mentioning that is, this. Yeah, if you're making horror movies or sci-fi or whatever, brilliant. But
having fun.
Used much more subtly, it is a really seriously good sound.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Let's have a listen to it. Very subtle, just a chord. I really like it. How would you compare that to like a Leslie thing?
It's part of the same effect.
Yeah.
So there's pitch modulation, and in Leslie obviously you would add phase as well.
Yeah.
So
different, but
and of course
same but different.
Boss has a great history with vibrato because the old C1 chorus vibrato.
Yeah.
that's where it all started.
Yeah, and the CE2 was very, very popular at the moment. And who knows? maybe next year at NAMM or somewhere there's going to be a VAZA CE2. I can. That would be really cool. Really cool.
So chorus and vibrato, not the same thing, but they're kind of inextricably linked because of the way they came about in the CE1 many years ago.
Yeah. That's so cool sound!
Very cool sound. Anyway, so that was the Blues Driver, Vibrato, P335 and the good old Hot Rod Deluxe there.
With a G12H.
Oh yeah, Queenback.
Queenback! Right. So that was the Vibrato. I really like that one. I would like one of those. And this one is really nice. I really like that. But I'll add that to my 5 billion overdrive pedals I've got already.
Yep.
But it sounds great.
Fantastic all-rounder. Delay.
Delay!
Right, play something nice, Pete.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh. What was that? Boing!
So the absolutely unmistakable sound of Bucket Brigade analog delay, and of course the DM2 was well loved by lots of people.
Long time ago.
Yeah. Up to 300 milliseconds of delay created in an entirely analog environment. Bucket Brigade chips. Now, what's interesting about the DM2 is play as a note, Pete.
A note.
That's about 300 milliseconds.
That's max.
That's the longest it used to be able to do.
Yeah.
Behold. So that's quite exciting because it now does up to 800.
Exactly.
So say Boss. So you get all this.
and so on.
That's what analog delays are for.
Exactly, just good fun. But also the sound of an analog delay is very different.
Yeah, and if obviously you don't have to be an idiot with it. You can.
Why not?
or should we say you don't have to be totally idiotic with it. You can just play some
B for
Strat.
Yeah.
So
I love it with the vibrato.
Really great for those long delays, but of course, no reason why you can't come up nice and short. Oh, it's that way. The knob works the other way around.
Because the pedal's upside down for us.
No. Short is around this side.
Oh.
Yeah, and long is around that side.
Ah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's no reason why you can't do a nice little. That's the only bit of Travis picking I know, by the way.
I like that mid hump that pedal has. It's like a
works really well with the Strat.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really comes out well. The delay pedal's got a rate, so you can put the expression pedal in, get that there, and it's got a direct output, so you can have a clean signal out to another amp. I assume.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a great addition to the delay market. You know.
Yeah.
There are a few proper analog delays that go over 300 these days. A couple real popular ones, but having that in such a well-loved format with the extra time, it's a very different deal. You know, lots of people really love digital delays. They love the cleanliness and the.
Yeah, and but this is an addition. You know, I just have that on your board, and you know, these 3-4 pedals. I could do a gig with that.
Yeah.
Great.
Some really good sounds. I particularly like this.
I like that, and I like this, and I like that, and I like that one as well. I had the DD2 delay, which is the digital one, the first one, and then I had the DD3, 5, and then the 7. I remember there's like there was a tap tempo on it.
Yeah,
Do you remember when that came out? When the tap tempo was for me, it was like fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, and that was probably one of the first ones for like a tap tempo on it, and the digital one that I've sort of played anyway.
Yeah, a lot of guys will run a digital and an analog delay. Yeah. Quite often the digital maybe in the loop, so it sounds all nice and clean and lovely. But
we're running straight in here, by the way, straight in the front.
Yeah, analog straight in the front, because that's where you get that crunchy niceness and pushing the preamp and all of that.
So you know, these are. As we were talking about earlier, like a Nissan GTR, how they make that, you know, how much effort goes into, Japanese craftsmanship is just like spot on. We know how it goes, and these pedals are just built in the same way and tested, and you know they are really, really good.
Yeah, they get more budget. Nice. I mean, let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're trying to hit a price point, things need to hit a price point.
Yeah.
When that price point's significantly higher, you can spend significantly longer on selecting components and testing and all the rest of it.
Exactly.
So
but it makes a difference, you know. As I will make, of course, I can't do this and I can't do that because they don't do those anymore.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware. So it'll be these two versus the non-VAZA Craft.
Yeah. It'll be particularly interesting for the Blues Driver because I think the Blues Driver is a pretty good pedal as it stands in standard form.
It is. It's very, very good and really reasonably priced as well. It's, you know, it's one of those pedals that you can never go wrong with getting one of those.
Yeah.
You really can't.
But the addition of that extra mode for a bit more bottom and a slightly bit more gain, I can see that's going to appeal.
Yeah. There we go. But I want to do one more thing before we go. I want to turn all of them on at once.
Oh, what fun.
Guitar Paradiso, Andertons TV. I was Pete.
I was Mick.
WAZA Craft. Boss pedals. Check them out. Link below.